Yes, let's solve this. Find the equivalent resistance. These are three resistors in parallel connection. How do we know they are in parallel connection? They are because each of them is connected to the same junction. This resistor is connected to this junction and this. Likewise, this is connected to the same junction here and here. And the third one also is connected to these two junctions. Hence, they are resistors in parallel connection. Now, there is a formula for calculating for the equivalent resistance of resistors in parallel connection. However, I'm going to use two formulas. One of them is longer than the other. Let me start with the longer one. For parallel connection, we have a formula thus 1 over ROT is equal to 1 over RO1 plus 1 over RO2 plus 1 over RO3. This is the formula for finding resistors in parallel connection. Let's make our substitution. 1 over ROT is equal to 1 over my R1 is 5, R2 is 5, R3 is also 5. So I have 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5. Further, my ROT, which is the effective resistance, this ROT represents the effective resistance, equal to, I'll do my addition of fractions here. We have a common denominator, so the LCM is 5. All I need to do is add up the numerator. 1 plus 1 plus 1, I get 3. For me to get my ROT, I need to take the reciprocal of both sides, which means you merely invert the fraction. So this becomes ROT over 1 is equal to an inverted fraction 5 over 3. This implies that ROT is equal to 5 over 3. However, if you are writing an objective-based examination or you are in a quiz competition, I will advise you to use this method I'm about to show you now. It is shorter. Within 2 steps, you will get your final answer. And it also has a formula. The formula, let me say all. The formula to find the effective resistance, which is the same thing as the total resistance, is equal to run. I'll call it run, just to make it more memorable. You can always remember this all the time. The effective resistance is run. And take note, please, you only use this formula if the resistors given to you are in parallel connection and all of them have the same value of resistance, just as this case. If all the resistors have the same value of resistance, that is when you can only make use of this formula. Otherwise, you use the longer method. So let's go about it. My ROT is equal to, what is R? R represents the value of the resistor, which is 5 ohms in this case. So I put 5 to I substitute 5 for R, the value of the resistor, over this N represents the number. How many resistors have the value 5 ohm? We have 3. 1, 2, 3. So R represents the number. So I put 3. So you can see in this other method, you only use just 2 steps. That is why I will advise you to make use of this when you are writing an objective-based exam or in a quiz competition. And don't forget, this formula is only applicable for resistors in parallel connection and all the resistors given to you have the same value of resistance. Thank you. Follow me for more videos. Like and share.